Everything's out in the open. There ain't nothing left to hide. All their vows have been broken, and other nations have made a brand new start. Everything's out in the open. It's all out in the open now. What you gonna do? Well, it's all out in the open. Everything's out now. Or at least some things. It's all out now. So recently, the president of this country officially stated that everybody, and I'm paraphrasing, everybody would feel the effects of food shortages. He didn't say some people in some neighborhoods. He said everybody will feel the effects of food shortages. It's all out. Maybe that's what some people needed in order to believe it. Because you have a lot of us that's been saying it for quite some time, and those who have been preparing for this for a long time have been saying it. But we just wouldn't believe it. But maybe now that's what was needed. You know, the sad thing is that the citizens of this country is always the last to know, or the last to be informed. I'm not going to say the last to know, because you got some people who are eyes wide open. They don't have to wait on anybody to inform them of anything. They can see. Clear vision, right? 2020. They can see. But there are some people who just refuse to see what's right in front of them. Right? But we the last to be informed. Other countries were informing their citizens a long time ago, to start preparing for food shortages. A long time ago. Why are we just now being told to do something like this? See, this is why we can't wait. If history has taught us anything, it's taught us who not to trust. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. History has taught us who not to trust. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, listen. Maybe now some of you that gave the family and the friends a hard time and all of that because they chose to store up extra food and buy a little extra and do a little extra. Remember that letter I got? Oh yes, I'm talking I'm talking directly to you. See, maybe now this would be a good time to go back to the persons that you've mistreated and apologize. Please apologize first. Please apologize first. Go on and humble yourself. Ask God for forgiveness. Humble yourself and ask that individual or those individuals for forgiveness as well. If you've mistreated your family and friends or people in your home because they chose to do that, now's a good time to apologize. I got a feeling you're going to be needing them. I got a feeling you're going to be needing some advice or some help from them. So now's a good time to go and humble yourself and just ask for forgiveness, and then let them know, look, I'm willing to do whatever you need me to do to be a help. Just let me know, and I'm on board now. I'm so sorry for everything that I put you through, and I hope and pray that you'll forgive me. I'm willing to help now. See, I'm hoping that now maybe you believe, since, you know, you all look. Let us now work together. Let's look out for our elderly and disabled neighbors. Okay? Some people can't go out and just stock up food. You know, I know a lot of people get food benefits and things of that nature, right? And if you do, and you're able to buy extra for yourself and stuff, then also see about Miss Turner next door. See if Miss Turner needs something, because she may not get enough benefits to matter. I've seen some elderly people who get like $35 a month. What is that supposed to do with food prices rising like they rise? And what is $35 supposed to get anybody? Even if we got to call food pantries on their behalf. Because I know a lot of you have said, well, I can't do XYZ because my budget is this and I can't afford. If you have neighbors like that who are elderly and disabled, look into food pantries for them. Right? And see if they will be willing to allow you to pick up things on their behalf if they can't go out and get it for themselves. Number one, let's look out for them. Number two, you all, and I'm trying to make some quick points here because I don't want to be long on this video. I'm trying to make some quick points. Number two, I know a lot of you like to say God is going to fix it. Oh, yes, he will. Because he's able. But it's still something you got to do. If I want that garden planted and I want to see a harvest come from my garden, I can't be sitting here talking about I'm going to wait on God. God gave me the knowledge, the strength, the wherewithal, the ability to go and drop the seed. So if I want tomatoes, I got to put something in the ground in order to get tomatoes, and then pray for him to bless me. But it's still something I got to do. I don't care how much food I got in my freezer in the house. When it's dinner time, it's something I got to do. I got to cook the food if I want to eat. Or I got to get somebody else to cook it, but it's not going to cook itself. It's something that has to be done by the work of your hands. So yeah, God going to do a lot of things, and pray that he will. But you better do your part. You better do your part. A man that don't work don't eat. Faith without work. Faith without work. Faith without work. Look up the word work if you don't know what that means. And I'm not being funny. I'm serious. I'm not being funny. I'm being serious. Faith without work is dead. Woo. So you all look now. That's point number two. Number one, we feel like something on me. We, especially if you live in neighborhoods and stuff, we are going to do our best to look after our disabled and elderly neighbors who may be next to us or in front of us, or maybe just a few houses down from us. We're going to do our part. And if Miss Turner don't know you, maybe you should knock on the door. Miss Turner, my name is so-and-so. I live right there. I just want to let you know, I know times are getting tough, and if you need anything, here's my phone number. feel free to call me. If you need me to pick up something on my way from work, let me know. Feel free to call me, and I'll do my best to help. See, we got to start building these community relationships, like we used to have when we were growing up, when Big Mama and Mother was around. Remember? So we got to start back building up those community relationships and friendships again, right? Remember those? I do. I remember them very well, because when I grew up, I'm telling you, Miss Shirley Roof on one end, if I'm too far down the road, by the time I got home, my mother, my dear, my big mama, my aunt, my grandfather, if they were there, they outside on the front porch, under the carport. Miss Shirley Roof called and said you was way down there. What you doing way down there? Didn't we tell you not to go no further before you could get home, before I could get home? And remember, we had the rotary the phones. Them slow phones. As slow as they still beat me home when they made that phone call, right? Oh, yeah. Party line or no party line, that message still got to my folks before I made it back to that house. That's because the community looked out for one another. And we knew everybody in the neighborhood, right? We knew who the people was. Who your people? What's your name? Who your people? Oh, okay. I know Mr. So-and-so and Miss So-and-so down there on the road. Okay, I know who your people are now. And they'll be like, I saw your grandbaby down here. Community. So let's strive to rebuild community where you are, especially if you're in a neighborhood. Some of us that live in rural areas, I know that might be a little more difficult. But if you're in a community, try to get to know your neighbors so you'll know who are around you. Okay? And that way, if you need to help somebody, you can do that. Look, number 2 is something you got to do, right? Number 3, I hear this a lot. I got plenty of food on my shelves. Our grocery stores are not suffering from that. Our grocery stores are fully stocked. Okay, great. Great. See, that's a blessing for you. That's a blessing for you to be able to go ahead and get some of the things that you need. Oh, that's a blessing for you. Because those shelves are fully stocked until they are not. That's a blessing for you. Go get what you need. And don't hold on to that way of thinking that because my shelves are fully stocked, I don't have to have any sense of urgency. Because you do need to have a sense of urgency. That means right now, every time you get a little extra money, now that means your store is stocked enough for you to go and buy some extra. Go get it. Okay? See, we got to get rid of these way of thinking like everything is going to be okay. See, you got other countries now that have joined on, have separated themselves from this one, and are now joining on with another one. Y'all should know what I'm talking about. If you don't, go do your research. Just go look it up. It's all over. It's everywhere. It ain't hidden news. They are separating themselves from this one and joining on to another. Ooh, I could tell y'all some stuff. See, we're always the last to know, right? Other countries have been shouting this for quite some time, telling their citizens, you need to start putting food and stocking food in your home. See, other countries have been doing this for a long time. Why are we just now getting this from our so-called leaders? So-called leaders, right? Why are we just now getting this? Why? Because a lot of people are not going to move until they hear it come from way somewhere else. See, you don't believe it when your regular brother, sister, neighbor, friend is telling you, you don't believe it. So sometimes it got to come from somewhere else before you believe it. So maybe now you believe it. Maybe now you listening. See, now that it didn't come from somewhere else. But see, we always the last to know. And I'm going to tell you something. By the time they come out and tell you, it's either darn near too late or it is too late. Okay? So now this is not to make anybody afraid. The only thing, we're not being fearful here. We're going to get information and we're going to move out with that information and do what we have to do to make things happen for ourselves and our families. That's what we do. So this ain't about being afraid. We ain't got time for fear. We got work to do. Okay? We got things that have to be done. Okay? So put the fear down and let's get to work. Okay? Yeah, let's do that. Remember, let's look out for one another. Let's do that. Let's look out for one another. But let's go to work. And you know what? I'm going to make one more comment and then I'm going to be done because I do have a lot to do. I'm going to say this. Because sometimes I get people saying to me, well, I feel like we should stock up enough food for ourselves and everybody else. I'm sorry. What? What do you mean? Everybody else? Are you talking about for like your extended family? What do you mean? Because I don't mind stocking up enough food for my family in my home. And then a little extra for other family that may have to come, or friends, or maybe just somebody in the community who may need something. See, I can do a little something. But that comes after I've done what I need to do for me and my family. And even that's never completely done. But when you say everybody, you talking about everybody that come? Because I've heard some people say, anybody that come, I'm not turning anybody down. Okay, fine. I'm not trying to change your way of thinking. If that's the way you think, fine. But since you give me those comments, let me tell you about how I feel about that. There's no way I can feed everybody. There's no way I can feed everybody and still feed my family. Some of us have large families. I know I do. We got 7 children. We got umpteen grandchildren. We got a lot of grandchildren. We have 7 children. Umpteen grandchildren, one on the way. We can't feed everybody and feed our family. No. I might be able to spare a little something for some folks. But everybody? You ain't turning nobody down? See, even if you just applied that to the people in your neighborhood, how many of those people can you feed in a day with what's in your house? And can you even feed them all in a day? And if you can feed them all in a day, how much food will you have left for your family to get you through the next 30 days? Forget 6 months to a year. Because although I live in a rural area, there are thousands of people around here. There are thousands of people around here in the rural area. So how many thousands are in the neighborhoods in the city? And you ain't turning nobody down? Best wishes. Best wishes. You don't have to agree with me, just like I have made the decision not to agree with that comment. We will just respectfully agree to disagree. Me personally. Now, I can't speak for nobody else. I just know me personally. I cannot possibly feed everybody without us starving to death within a few days. Well, I won't say a few days because you could go a couple of weeks without food. So I would just say to death within just a few weeks. But just imagine the suffering that my grandbabies will have to go through because I fed everybody. No, we're not doing that. That's why we're on here encouraging. That's why we're on here encouraging. That's why so many people are in the comment section encouraging. That's why so many other people on their platforms, and it don't necessarily have to be a homesteading channel, a farming channel. You got all kind of channels now. It don't matter. They're just lifestyle channels that are out there encouraging everybody. Put some food away. You got everybody saying it now. There should not be a reason to feed everybody. Because we all should be seeing the same thing. It's all out in the open now. Because so-and-so said so, so a lot of people believed it. Yeah. Because so-and-so said so on national TV. Now everybody believe it, right? Okay. It's okay. Better late than never. It's okay. Better late than never. Now you know to just get started. Okay? I probably won't do another video like this because there's no reason to. There's no reason to be trying to warn people to do this now. There's no reason to do that now because it's all out in the open. Yeah. I mean, I know every other country been saying it, but now your country's saying it. So now maybe you believe. So it's out there now. So I probably won't do another video like this. We will continue to do videos encouraging and motivating one another to do things like this, okay? To keep going, encouraging. And remember to hit up your food pantries. If you are able, remember to hit up your food pantries. If you're not able to go and buy extra, then go to the food pantry. Yeah. See what the churches have to offer. Call your state local benefits office and see what they could recommend if there's anything else out there that they can help you with. Do what you can. Take your food benefits and buy extra. If you have a place to start a garden, take your food benefits and go buy yourself some seeds. Take your food benefits. Buy yourself some starts if you are afraid to start seed. But I'm going to say you need to get some seeds though. Even if you have to buy starts, you still need seeds. Because what you can buy today, you may not be able to buy next year. Let alone in 6 months. You may not be able to buy it then. I would rather have a seed, a squash seed, that I can plant and get lots more squash so I can save and get lots more seed. Y'all need to get some seeds. Even if you're not planting them all right now, you need to get some seeds. Okay? I'm finna get back to work, y'all. I just wanted to say that I'm saying all of this out of care and concern because I personally don't want to see anybody suffer. I personally, my husband, we don't want to watch and look and see people suffering because they refuse to go and buy a can of soup. We don't want that for any of us. We want all of us to do what we can to prepare ourselves. Like I said, put that fear stuff to the side and let's go to work. Woo. All right, y'all. I'm going to get back to work and settle my nerves. Settle my nerves. Settle my nerves. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for this video. Please share this video. Share this video. I know my children are going to be like, Mama, you fussing again. Woo. I'm not fussing. I'm just passionate. I'm not fussing. I'm just passionate. Share the video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. So happy to have you here. Thank y'all for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. Peace, blessings, prayers. Peace and blessings and prayers and more prayers for each and every one of us. I'm going to see y'all in the next video.